Hello. I have a new setup. I am currently on the ground and I'm testing if this setup is a bit better or not compared to my bed. But anyways, hello. Today we are gonna be building the HG Zowort right here. I got this a while back and I've just been kinda waiting to build it. So, let me just turn on some BGM I have prepared. Yeah. And yeah, let's just begin. I don't really have that many tools I'll be using today. So, as you saw earlier, just my tweezers, my nippers, and also some Gundam markers. But there are going to be two prominent ones I'll be using today, and those are these two right here. The panel liner and the silver. Now the silver is very important. Oh, what happened to you? I sit on my mic. Hold up real quick. I need to test something. Did my microphone, not my mic, did my headset unplug itself? Sounds like it. Yeah, okay. There we go. This setup is still very experimental. I still need to work out a ton of kinks, mainly all the wires. But aside from that, should work just fine. Also, it is very hard to monitor what is on OBS with this setup. I'll be completely honest, because my screen is behind me, whereas my setup is in front. So, yeah, let's see what we can do here. We'll make it work for now. So, inside the box, we only got a couple runners, which is nice. But this thing has almost an entire inner frame, which is also very nice. So, you might be wondering why we need the silver. Now, personally, I would have liked to have some chrome, but closest I got is the silver, which is metallic and reflective enough. Specifically for the visor in here. If you decide to make this kit, I recommend applying a bit of metallic paint or marker to the inside of the visor. It will really help. Ooh, okay, I already see right here, one of the beam sabers has been warped due to where it just happened to fall. But, over time it has bend that back into shape. For now, let's get started with the Zowort. So, one main benefit to this setup, it's probably a lot easier for you guys to see everything I got. Okay, so immediately separating this, I kind of want to unbend this, but that's going to be difficult. Oh well. Okay, so, I already see one of the runners has kind of pinched itself off, or one of the gates has. I see bits of the backpack unit. I'm assuming this is all the exterior armor. This should comprise most of some more bits of the exterior, but also bits of the interior, as you can see right here. I already see the weapon right here, so in total, we don't have that many runners, only 4. There's, hopefully it's going to be a quick build. And no polycap either, which is what I'm really looking forward to. So as you can see here, this is all basically the internal frames, all the internal structure. And no polycaps in sight. Weapon is really simple to build, it seems, just a couple parts. And I know the magazine is removable, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see, can y'all see this? Yes, okay, good. This is all that comes in the box. So, not much. Good. Now, let us begin. Okay, so it seems like they immediately want us to start off with the head. Looking at the instructions. Alright. Oh, this is really nice. Okay, so in the instructions, right here, they tell you which runners that you need for the parts, which I find very nice. So for the head, for example, you only need this. I'm gonna set aside these runners for now. What I plan on doing is I'm gonna build the internal frame first, or the most of the internal frame, and then I will be slapping on armor as I go. So we're gonna see how that turns out. This could be a very good or very bad idea. We're gonna find out the hard way. Okay, plastic is very easy to snip. I like that. It seems almost soft and malleable. This is unlike any other plastic I think I've cut out in a while. So right there we have a tiny piece of the face. And now, time for another piece of the head. I do like the feel of this plastic. It doesn't seem brittle, which I really like. And the gates aren't overbearing. Like, this plastic feels kind of soft. It's hard to describe. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so the face. This is where we have to apply the chrome part. Or where I would use chrome if I had chrome, but I only have silver. So we're gonna apply some silver. Now you need to be careful when cutting this part out because apparently there are nubs that should not be cut out. So I will be very careful in, well, cutting it out. As you can see right here, these nubs on the side, right here, and right over here, should not be cut out. Okay, how do they want us to attach this? Also, another thing about this kit, there is no sticker. Also, apparently this is a mono eye, or oh yeah, it's a mono eye. In there, like you normally see through it like this, but with what I'm planning on doing, you won't see it at all. So this is where the chrome comes in. I need the back of the head there. Alright, pick out the marker. Alright. Let's see here. Just pumping the silver into the tip. There we go. I don't think I've used this one before. So if we just align the inside gently with the marker, this is more difficult than I expected, but we should be able to accomplish it. Just need to get it running a bit. Just so I can get a nice even coat in here. Does not want to stick. Oh shit, my finger. Okay, if I don't like it, I can always take it apart and apply some alcohol to it to remove it. I'm just kind of letting it flow in right now to cover everything. You see a bit of my finger there. But this, it should bounce back the light really nicely on the inside. Once I do stick it in. Of course, I do want to let the thing set before. I probably should apply multiple coats, actually. That would really help. Quickly apply another coat using the light from the camera here. Just gently apply this, and that should cover up pretty much all of it. So yeah, from the inside. Okay, no, we don't have an even coat. Maybe up here it needs a bit more. Yeah, it needs a lot more up here. Kind of smearing it with this, honestly. I wish I had a little paintbrush, but I do not. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, so with that, we should have a nice, even-ish coat on the inside. Over here, on this side, you're gonna see the light bounce back. It still needs another coat over here on this side. Okay, so that's the first coat. Time to apply another. I'm kind of using my finger right now to see what areas need more ink. I'm pretty sure I could also do this with a Sharpie if I wanted to. Like a permanent marker. That should be fine. I'm gonna be modding this kit quite a lot. I should probably grab my napkins. Okay, there we go. That should be it for that, hopefully. Now that has eaten up a fair amount of time, but I think it might be worth it in the end. Oh, whoops. Okay. So, looking from the front, you have this nice reflective surface back here to bounce back any light. And pretty much anything that went over is just kind of covered up. Nice. Now, personally, I would do this a bit more elegantly if they came with like a sticker sheet. I would probably cut out a portion of the silver on the sheet in order to use that instead, but since it doesn't have any stickers, can't do that. Also, I really need to stop sitting on my sound controller. Anyways, onto the rest of the face. Really, I just can't get over how good this plastic is to cut. I like it so much. Like, it cuts so easily, and it feels so smooth. I like it a lot. See, how are you supposed to fit on? You're just supposed to... Ah, I had it the wrong way. This is how. Now, sometimes these instructions are not that easy to read, but once you get them, yeah, you get them. Come on, please slip on that face. You're supposed to go into that nub, so please enter that nub. You can already see right here the effects of kind of chroming out the face. You get like this nice reflection over here whenever the light shines towards it. I might have to remove one of the pieces here. Okay, actually that's nice. The pieces can be removed relatively easily. I like that. Don't have to struggle too much and accidentally snap pieces. Like what has happened to me so many times in the past. This face does not want to come together, I don't think. Okay, there we go. It's in. At least now it'll stay in, judging from how tight that thing was. Onto the rest of the head. Right here we got the front. And should just like kind of slide on, I believe. If everything is lined up. should set that down before pushing. Alright, yeah, no, look at that. Lines up real well. And then again, you have like that nice silver in there, just bouncing all the light back. Already see a neck joint. Oh, one of the gates already kind of snapped off here. Really clean as well, which is nice. I just like how thin the gates are. It should just slide in, I believe. Unless I have it the wrong way. Okay, yeah, there we go. Little antenna on the head. And that is the head of the Zowort. Nice and clean. Now, let's go legs. We're gonna do this out of order. And we're gonna do this by assembling the inner frame first. So, as you can see here, this is the entirety of the inner frame. We're gonna throw this together before we throw on all the armor. So, things will be out of order, of course. So yeah, let's begin. I just want to see what the internals look like before I put everything together. Yeah, the plastic is just really nice. Also, I know one thing about this kit. The inner frame does show through the armor, which is also very nice. I do like that. Though I feel like this thing might have a lot of nub marks. That could just be me. Who knows? Okay, so now I need to be careful and keep track of which leg is which. So this right here is supposed to be the right leg joint. So let's keep that in mind as we slowly fit this thing together. That is the right leg, and here is the left, mirroring it. Oh, I need to cut the gates a bit better. There we go. Next up. Oh! Did my PC die? Okay, no, I lost. I guess the internet just lost power there for a second. Oh, I lost connection for a bit. Somehow. Okay. Because, currently I am running off a wireless connection to stream. Like, from my camera to my PC. I guess can't really help that, but that was a bad time. I was wondering what happened for a second. I found out, I guess. I didn't have to fuck around to do it. Anyways, next up, we got more of the leg. be cutting parts a lot, because I know I'm gonna need them. Yeah, you gotta be real careful when doing this. Otherwise, you will mix up a lot of parts. Intentionally or unintentionally. Gotta be really diligent in sorting. Alright. So, how does it want us to attach these? Oh, okay, that actually snaps in really nice. That was a satisfying snap. Right. And then I guess it just wants us to shove these in here. Again, no poly caps, which is very nice. The legs do pop off relatively okay. It isn't too stiff, which I really like. All the armor later. For now, we're just gonna focus purely on joints. Honestly, I'm kind of using this as practice as well for, what was it? For the Barbados. Because I got myself a master grade Barbados I also want to assemble in a similar fashion. So for Barbie, I plan on doing a multi-part stream. Probably like 2 streams. One where I build the inner frame, and one for all the armor on top, because it is a sight to behold. It's definitely worth doing that way. So if it isn't separated like that, I'll have to manually sort through the instructions and figure out how to do that myself. Which is why I'm doing this right now. Almost like a practice run. Because you don't really find many other high-grade kits with internal frames aside from the Iron-Blooded Orphan line. Or real grades, but real grades are something else, and they are expensive. I do not wish to screw around with those tiny little parts because they are very, very finicky. I lose things a lot, and well, if I were to do that with a real grade, I would hate myself for it. Make sure this is fitting the right way. Make sure the head is here. Gotta make sure everything is in frame, actually. Okay, now to mirror it. Which should be somewhat simple, actually. Since, again, I pre-cut a good chunk of these parts when I'm, like, cutting out parts. Okay, so the bottom leg is identical. The lower leg is identical, I should say. Yeah. While I'm cutting, I should probably tell you all about my week. You know, I tried to pull an all-nighter in order to fix my sleep schedule. It did not go as planned, to say the least. Okay, these parts fit real nice. I'll have to loosen those up later. But, anyways, where was I? I probably shouldn't have done it on such a busy day, but, I did anyways. It wasn't fun. Does this connect with a piece of armor? Because I feel like it does. Yeah, it kind of does. Okay, so we do need some armor in order to make this work. Alrighty. But it seems like it is the exact same on either leg, so it should work. As long as the structure is right. You know, I don't see any reason for it to be wrong so far. Clean up this gate right here. Didn't cut it well. Oh, and BGM's done. Where's my mouse? I can't see anything. Okay, there we go. So, take this, we can carefully... Okay, I see where it's supposed to go, I think. You can just kind of carefully apply this on each one. Also, I will be making some further modifications that I've seen other people make before for this kit. So, there will be that. And now... need the front bit. Kind of just pin everything together. Well, luckily again, they are pretty much the exact same. So no need to worry about, you know, accidentally mixing them up or putting them in backwards or anything like that. Hopefully. Oh. I will have to worry about my Butterfinger though. Need to triple check to see if I have this in the right way. Okay, so this should basically act as a general frame. we can then connect these onto. Yeah, they slide in really nicely. I like that. And they can pop out really nicely. Okay. This is one of the things I have not really seen with any of the older kits I've used. Well, I've made, but even though this is like a single joint, it has a lot of articulation and is really easy to disassemble, which I do really like. Oh, that's backwards. There we go. Yeah, I like that. You can already see right here, bits of the inner frame are already showing through as well. Which, again, I really like. Alright, time for the feet. Are they the same? That is my question. No, they are not. They're slightly different. They're mirrored. Okay, let's see here. So we'll start off with the right, and then we go on to left. What are the ones that's... Okay, I see it now. Okay, so this is the actual foot itself. Then they just kind of want you to slide this in right here. Okay, I can already see a lot of articulation on that. Now to cut out the other foot and do the same. Oh, that's kind of bent off. I will have to clean it up a bit, but I guess that saves a bit of work. Again, I really like this plastic. It's just so nice. Alright, time for the feet. Which again are the same, which I like a lot. Am I cutting out the right pieces? I didn't check. Okay, yes I did. Okay. That should be it for most of Actually, no, I still need to cut out one more part, and that is the base of the feet down, well, up here. Oh, again, just, I can't get over it. It's so nice to cut. Okay, so this should go here, and it should just kind of clip on. Most of the joints on this thing are made using C-clips, which you know, some people might like, some people might hate. Either way, personally, I am indifferent to it. What I'm not indifferent to are the amount of nub marks on it. But aside from that, good articulation I'm seeing so far. Oh shit, so far. But the C clips, again, this kit I like just because you can take it apart relatively easily. Like, again, for some people, that might be a major con, but for me, that's a pro. I like doing that. I don't mind it. Foot has a ton of articulation, as you can see, just due to the way it's connected at the ankle. So you got a ball joint here, and then you got a hinge right here. Like, you kind of have to move at the same time. It takes a bit to get used to, but it still works nonetheless. It does allow it to get a ton of side-to-side articulation. It's similar to some of the feet on Iron-Blooded Orphan kits, if you've ever built one of those. So there is that. All that's left at this point is just to stick on the rest of the armor for the legs, but we're gonna be saving that for later. Tempted to get myself a tick belong as well for this thing. But I think I'm gonna pass for now. Right, onto the waist frame. So far, this kit, I like how simple it is. Well, relatively simple it is. They've definitely taken some inspiration from their 30-minute mission line. I've only built one of those kits, but I personally liked it. Just due to, again, how simple it is, how quickly you can throw them together. I believe the one I built was the Port Nova. God, I'm going on a tangent again. Oh, so I originally was supposed to talk about, I think my sleep schedule. I have no idea how we got here. Which way is the front and which way is the back? Okay, we'll attach the armor later. Okay, so that's the front. Okay. The waist joint on this, as you can see, is very simple. You don't really have a dropping gimmick or anything. No, it's just peg. But really nice articulation on that. You don't get a full splits with it, but you know, more than enough in my opinion. Alright, time to flip back towards the front to build up a torso. I tried pulling an all-nighter to hard reset my sleep schedule. It did not work. I didn't do it willingly. My body just refused to sleep, so I decided, fuck it, all-nighter time. Since otherwise I wouldn't wake up for class the next day. So that is exactly what I did. It wasn't fun at all. My body was just groggy. I was busy playing Battle Operations 2, which had just come out on Steam. So this was like Wednesday night, Thursday morning-ish. I've been anticipating it for a while. Currently on Steam, that thing is being review bombed to hell, but that's because, you know, the servers kind of sucked. They had to go through multiple maintenance phases just to try and get things in semi-working condition. I find the gameplay itself very fun, but it's just the server connection really sucks. And I know a lot of people are getting penalties as well due to shoddy internet and the servers. Okay, so we will need to attach a bit more armor similar to the legs down here in order to, well, properly hold this in, but... I don't think I'll be paying for anything in Battle Operations 2 because I'm kind of saving up my money for Anime Expo. Well, Anime Expo is expensive. That's probably gonna be eating up a good chunk of my money. But whatever's left, who knows? I'll finally be done with school in like 2 weeks, meaning that I'll actually be streaming a lot more over the summer. So we're gonna see where that takes us, you know? Do I know what I'm gonna be streaming? No. Probably some Battle Operations 2 since I like the game. I'm probably gonna be finishing Ace Combat, of course. So that's gonna be nice. You'll finally get to see the end of that. Here's the head joint. You know, this isn't a head joint, this is the waist. See, I'm looking at this now. Okay, so this has to be put in before anything else, alright. Good to know. I want to include as little armor as possible, just as, again, to see the internal frame on this thing. Wait. Let's see, this should be the back over here. This should be the front. I think this should be pointing like so. It kind of clicked in place. Nice. I think we got a small bit of an ab crunch, but not much. We'll throw on all the armor after we're done with everything. Only exception was the head, but you know, it's the head. Gotta make sure this is also facing the right way. I think this is it. Yeah. Let's see what else was needed on here. Oh yeah, that's right. We need the back and the backpack. Oh, but that can only be attached when we got everything. Oh, we'll assemble everything eventually. Hold up. I need to twist this piece correctly into place, otherwise it won't want to do what it's supposed to be doing. There we go. There's the face, little head on this goofy looking ass body. Look at this thing. It looks so goofy with nothing on it. Yeah. Anyways. Where was I in my story? So, what was it? Yeah, I already forgot. How am I this forgetful? I didn't pull an all-nighter because I wanted to. My body just kind of forced me to. Wait, no, I already talked about that. Oh well, different topic, time. Oh wait, no, both of these arms joints are the same, hell yeah. There's very little work for me to do then, I can just assemble both at the same time. I will be going to Anime Expo this year. My friends and I originally planned on renting out a hotel, but then we decided not to for monetary reasons. So instead, we are taking a train. We'll see how that turns out. Hopefully, we can make it in time to do everything we want. But, one thing I've noticed, they still have not released a panel list for some reason. Even though, you know, it's less than a month away to Anime Expo. Like, the closest thing I think we've gotten to a panel list was, just some information on Twitter about, what is happening there. But because of that information, I know there's at least one thing I need to see, and that is, Lazulite. More VTubers, baby! I will see those VTubers. I will go to that concert. And I will have fun. I know, I already have most of the trip planned out mentally. On day one, I need to visit Artist Alley. I gotta support the artists yeah, I need to support some artists there. There's some good ones before they run out of stuff. I want that stuff of theirs. I already filled out an online form confirming that I would indeed go and buy their stuff, so I will fulfill that promise of mine. It's some good shit. Oh, I was putting this thing in upside down. Okay. No wonder it didn't want to fit. Okay, there we go. That fits in way better. So I'm assuming you do the same here? Mayhaps? Yes. Just kind of have to force it all. See, what do we got here? Okay, just some side plates. Extra armor that I do not mind adding. This seems to be a part of the inner frame anyways. This just kinda pops on right there on the sides. Should fit flush, I think. Unless I screwed it up, which I probably did. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, this is where it gets a bit complicated, I believe. We will need some, armor for the arms here, I believe, in order to, secure everything in place. But there is also a hidden modification that you can make in here. Somewhere. So I will be on the lookout for that as I work. Okay, so I think I found it already. I didn't need to look hard. So right here are where the beam sabers are supposed to go. On the arms. Like, this is where the beam sabers are stored and everything, right? Now, there is a little flap here, I believe, that you can cut out. A little piece, like a little part that you can cut in order to have beam sabers essentially work on a hinge of a sort. Hard to explain, so I might have to build and then show it. Need to be careful here. May or may not have to disassemble later if I miss it. Who knows? We're almost done with the inner frame. All that's left is just a couple pieces here and there. this should be for the right arm. Let me see if I can get this right on money. Ah, okay. Yeah, I found it. I think. So, if I gently place these together without breaking anything, this right here is where the beam sabers are supposed to normally sit, right? Now what prevents it from rotating are these two nubs right here. They kind of just latch in right here. Now there are two things you can do here. You can either cut these away, or cut these away right here, which I will be promptly doing. Making a little modification here. This should theoretically allow part of the elbow to like hinge out, which isn't intended for this kit. I believe it is available on the Feract. If you've ever built one of those, like right here, the main thing preventing, like right here, the reason why there's like a little hinge joint right here is for this to just flip down and out on the Feract. But on the Zowort, you have this tiny interlocking piece right here, which is preventing that. So what I will do is, I'm just gonna snip off right here at an angle in order to allow for the joint to once again move. So this is risky if you do not wish to do this with your kit, I understand, but now this can pop out. This does not affect how the joint works normally because it's a C-clip joint. Again, the only thing this affects is the ability for it to kind of just flip out right there. So if I do the same thing over here, make that modification. It should still be able to sit like flush relatively fine, but now this can just flip out whenever I want it to. Nice! Now to get that C-clip. Okay, so one thing about the arms now. Okay, so this should just be the base arm structure. I can do the exact same thing on the other one now. I am glad that I managed to figure that out pretty early on. My mouse seems to work. I had lost track of my mouse. There it is. I think it was on my other screen for a second. Okay, so we are gonna do the exact same thing over here. Just because it looks cool and it just allows for an extra bit of ow, my back. An extra bit of mobility of sorts. So a little snip there, and a little snip right here. Just like that, we have the exact same thing going on the other arm. Cool. Alright, now we need to just attach the rest of the arm. So, I think I see an elbow here. And a bit of the forearm. I'll attach the elbow later. Since seam? Actually, no, I might have to attach it now. I thought that this little piece of elbow here would be part of the external, but I think that might be a part of the internal. I need to figure this stuff out. Okay, so this should be the upper arm. Oh, actually no, this is not the upper arm. This is like the upper part of the lower forearm, I should say. I should definitely specify. Okay, what else was there? I think we need these. Pretty sure this actually comprises of the upper arm. And then I'll cut out the elbow pieces. Just in case, you know? Can never be too sure. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yep. I am right, this is the upper forearm. So, how it's supposed to attach is through a little C-clip that I'll show you a bit later, once I finish cutting all these out. You know what, might as well cut out the beam sabers as well, because... Oh, shit. I think my camera disconnected. What's wrong? Oh, there you go. You're back. I don't know why it keeps on disconnecting so often now. Is this thing charging or what? Okay. Yeah, camera's starting to get hot. Let me just adjust some settings here, because this thing's getting really, like, concerningly warm. And I don't like the look of that. Okay, there we go. I've managed to figure out that so far. Now onto the elbows. Then might as well cut out the beam saber since we have the slots for it. The arms, sadly, do not have a full internal frame, but, you know, what can you do? Take what I can get. How does this supposed to go? Ah, okay, I had it backwards, I think, the entire time. Like this? No. No. Yes. Okay. So you're just supposed to press it in like that. Okay. So that's just a bit of armor then. Good to know. Oh well, looks like we're just gonna be assembling the arm normally. If I can figure it out in the first place, I'm already lost again. There we go. This, I don't think this is supposed... Yeah, this is not supposed to hinge normally, but... I like the hinging action. Alright, once we fully assemble these, we should almost be done. Then we get the fun part of disassembling it and slapping on all the armor. Which honestly shouldn't be too hard. I think I'm looking forward to that part the most. These are the C-clips for the joints. Oh, hopefully I don't attach this in the wrong way. But, you should just be able to go in like so. I don't think I hear a click. It should be good enough. And then this should be taken and shoved on. Yeah. Then this can just be shoved onto here. And there you got it. Arm. Now to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, this time there was a click, so just in case, I'll push down. Okay, no. Guess it's already in. Gotta make sure everything is in. Nice and tight. Now we have arm. And this is what it looks like. With all its internal frame in all its glory. It looks like an abomination. Oh shit. Okay, that just wants to keep on disconnecting. Now it's reconnected. Well, I think that might be because the camera's overheating and it doesn't like being so hot, but you know. I can't do much about that, so. Plus, currently my camera is also hooked up to an external battery trying to charge, otherwise, it will run out of battery. We got some hands here. A right hand and a left hand. Now we just need to find the backs, which should just be right here. Does it tell you which one goes on which? Okay, yes it does. This one goes on the right hand, and this one goes on the left. Alright, one nice thing about the hands on this kit, unlike most other higher grade kits, you don't have to disassemble the hands to put in weapons. They all just kind of slide in and fit really well, which is what I've heard. I mean, you can certainly disassemble the hands for the weapons, but I don't think you need to, which is the best part. Yes, okay, this is the right one, I think. Doesn't feel like the right one, though. Let me try swapping, just in case. No, you fit even worse. Okay. Do I have it backwards or something? Actually, knowing me, I probably do. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh, I was right. Okay, yeah. There we go. Now just to plug in the hands. And now I guess we find the beam sabers and stick those on. Where were the beam sabers last time? I saw them. Oh, right here. So these are just the basic ass beam sabers that you can store. So, how you store these beam sabers is, well, in that little gimmick I showed you guys earlier. This is why I cut them out. You just kind of plug it in and shove it in. Normally, you'd have to do, you just have to try and get it flush like so, which works, but you know, with this setup, what you can do, what it does is, you know, you just kind of bend the arm, and it just kind of flicks out for you to grab, which I find really cool. Oh, and look at that shoulder. At least without any armor on, it can definitely reach. Like, look at that. With no armor on the thing, its frame has enough flexibility to reach the saber. And the saber should just slide in, kind of sit in its hands. With the beam on, I don't think it goes anywhere. Yeah. It doesn't fall out. It feels loose, but if you just get at the right angle, I don't think it falls out easily. You just need to kind of... no. Never mind, I lied. It does fall out easily. Oh, wait. Nope. You gotta get it in just right, but once you do, it stays in, it seems. Yep, it's not moving. Yep, okay. That's enough of the beam sabers. I am kind of glad I did this mod. It just kind of sits flush now. Now, that is the frame. Only thing left to do is to throw on all the armor. So, to do that, we just pop off its limbs. Easy enough. And now we start armoring them up. I already finished the arms, so we're gonna leave those off. We're gonna go to the torso and the hips. Oh, and we also still need to build a backpack. I should mention that. The main reason why I didn't was because that is all a part of, well, the armor. So, we got these giant-ass chunks that we need to work with. So, oh, there goes the camera again. Give it some time, it should come back on, yep. Just gonna quickly pop these out. So if I remember correctly, this should just be left and right. And then we should also have a couple more parts here. We got this up that's supposed to go up top. And then we also have some plates that we can stick on the left and right sides. That side, that one is right, this one is left. This should just go on really easy, like so. Nice and simple. Then we just kinda shove this in first, I believe. Oh wait, nope, forgot a piece. Almost forgot. So we do have a couple pieces left on here. I'm just gonna pre-cut them since they all seem to be the same. Or at least mirrored. And then this way, we're done with a runner. We don't have to ever worry about it ever again. And we're gonna be using these anyways for the torso, so it's not like I'm gonna lose them. I just need to remember this one goes on the right. This one goes on left. Oh. Okay, so that is an entire runner done. Let's step to the side real quick. Alright, let's shift everything more towards the center. So, let's see. So we should just be able to take this. This has the little T inside. Yeah, I might have to use tweezers here. This is going to be a tight fit. So, let's see here. Oh, nope, never mind. I didn't have to. Just need to get it in right. Yeah, once it's in, it's in. Nice. And then this should just go on right here. Towards the back. These should just slide on. I think that also limits the arm movement a bit. So we shouldn't have some insane bends. That would normally break it, I think. That all goes on. Now we just slap on the front. And we're almost done with this thing. Like, we basically did all the hard work in the internal frame. In my opinion, at least. Now we just need to figure out where everything else goes. Oh, I need to remember to put in these before I forget. These go in the front or the back? The front. How does it fit? Okay, actually it fits kind of nicely. Yeah, real nicely. And then that just kind of all fits flush there. Let's get the waist done real quick. Done and out of the way. That should be the back. This should be the front. Then we got a bit right here. That should just go on top. That should also go in back, I think. If cut out right, yeah, it should fit very flush, and that's another C-clip. That is how the waist moves up and down, I guess. As for the rear, it just kind of fits on. Is it upside down? Yes, it is. Yeah, it just kind of fits on. There are no side skirts on this thing. Which, you know, could be seen as a good or bad thing. But, well, at least with no side skirts, it should have a ton of articulation. I think I just lost one of my pieces. It was cut and it fell somewhere. Yeah, couldn't have rolled far, right? No, it's right there. Nice. On camera the entire time. I should probably take this off and put it on separately. It's easier this way. Again, I just really like how all the parts can be removed so easily. But they are still able to hold themselves on fairly well as well. You gotta see this thing coming together. Let me just cut out the back and then we're done with another runner. Yeah, just like that. Another runner done. Now we only have one main runner and then just some weapon runners to deal with. But this should contain everything, including all the armor. And, yeah. I think I see where some of this is supposed to go, but I'm still kind of lost on others. Actually, no, I think I see them all. Okay, no, back is really easy. So you just kind of shove this on here. Like, you know, you see this? You just click on. One downside of the back, though, is it is not really compatible with other backpacks because of this. Because of the way it's designed. Gotta make sure the thrusters are facing the right way before you shove these on. Yeah, this thing is definitely not compatible with other backpacks. It's only compatible with this. It might be compatible with the heavy variant, but that is, you're gonna need to paint that if you want it to be looking nice, because the heavy variant is a different color, a different shade of green. So if you ever decide to, you know, try and use that backpack, be my guest. You certainly try. Now, where were we? Okay. Main thing that differentiates the heavy variant and the light variant is the backpack and the weapons. I think the heavy has a different beam rifle and more weapons on its back. Canonically, I think their beam rifles aren't too different. It's just that, you know, one just uses less power than the other. Because one's used for dueling and the other one's used for actual combat. But, you know, you just kind of take these and you shove them together. They are the exact same. Then, you need to finally add in these. These are just extra thrusters on the thing. If you want, you equip it with a tick belong. But, I don't have a tick belong. I heard it's okay, it's alright. Personally, I'm not really in a hurry to get one, but, you know, if I really wanted one, I could get one, I think. At one of my hobby shops. But I'm in no hurry. And you just kind of slap these on the back. At this point, I've stopped looking at the manual and I'm just kind of guessing my way through this. Which means that this kit is relatively simple, especially for what it has. Like, it comes with its own internal frame and everything, which I am impressed by. Like, is it like a full internal frame? No, but, you know, over 90% of it is internal frame, as you saw. And then, like, again, all this is just armor. Like, most of the frame you can see through is the upper arms. Like, these shoulders, that's all basically just one joint. There's not really much shoulder armor per se. There are some 3mm hard points, so if you decide to get like a 30-minute mission kit, like expansion pack, which I might honestly get another one for, you can just attach things onto there, which is nice. But anyways, we're down to the legs. We're almost done with this thing. Articulation is really nice so far. I do like that. Now for the legs, I think I might have to use a bit of the manual, since I don't think I can figure some of this out on my own. Because there are some parts here which I don't see anywhere else. Unless... okay, no. Okay, I might be able to figure this out. So, let's start off with the right leg. Following the same pattern that the manual always does. I think we're going to use this part. And this part down here. If this works, then we're going to do the exact same thing to the left. So, looks like this should just go down here. And this should just go up here. Unless... oh, okay, no, it's the other way around. Okay, I see it now, I see it. This needs to go on the left leg. I messed up. So there's the left leg. Everything looks nice so far, you know. Instead of side skirts, you got like this little bit of armor right here. And I think you have another 3mm hardpoint on the leg that you can attach things to. Like, I'm pretty sure if you tried hard enough, you can stick extra arms onto this thing using 30-minute mission kit, but well, I don't think I will be doing that anytime soon. So you just slap these on. If it wants to fit. There we go. Back of the leg looks nice and curvy. All sexy like. Now to finish this off, there are only 6 pieces left, and I can see where all 6 go. And it doesn't matter which leg they go on because they are the exact same pieces, which is nice. So now I can just, I guess, focus on cutting. Okay, well, I need to check my camera more. These aren't showing up. There we go. Gotta keep things semi-organized here. And there we go. This should be that is another runner done, and it should be relatively easy to figure out, I think. Just quickly find my mouse. Okay, there we go. So, let's see, upper leg. Done. that has a 3mm hard point right there. Oh, shouldn't attach that yet. I should probably just do the rest of this before attaching it, you know? Probably a smart idea. So the ankle armor is on a ball joint, allowing it to move somewhat freely, which is nice. And then you have this right here. Actually, I probably put this on before the ankle armor, if I remember. And you have a bit of the internal frame poking out right there, an extra thruster. Then you put on the ankle. Just like that, a leg is done. Really easy to do. I like this kit, like build-wise. Relatively simple, but still really nice to build. There it is, you have the full Zowort. It has a lot of articulation I like. Oh shit, there goes the camera again. There, it's back, I think. This thing has a lot of articulation, which I do really like. There isn't too much armor clashing, I think. Like, so far, that I've experienced with it. There might be a bit right here, you know, going into certain poses, but you can definitely make it work. Oh, there it goes again. I don't know why it's going out so much. There we go, we're back. This thing has a relatively high amount of posability, articulation. You're gonna have a lot of fun with the thrusters on the back. They mostly just move up or down, but still, in my opinion, that's more than enough for most poses. Like, I like it relatively simple. Oh, shit. When the joints do clash, it can be a bit annoying, but you can definitely work around it pretty easily, in my opinion. It is relatively balanced well, so you can pull off some nice poses on the ground if you want to. So now, let's get onto weapons. But again, this thing, if you can get yourself an action base for it, it works really nice because, well, it's a Zowort. It is built off of basically an airframe. This thing's meant to be in the skies. Have you seen the backpack on this thing? It's just all thruster. It's an Armored Core-esque kit. And that's part of the reason why I got it. Has a fair amount of articulation. Really like it. Anyways, onto weapons. So you saw the beam sabers. You can of course cut out the beams, stick them on there. I'm not going to be doing that on stream. But the rifle is something I will show on stream. Let me just quickly cut this out. The rifle I do really like, just because of how it's designed. So all the Zowort's weapons, whether you like them or not, they can be attached to the Zowort without having to disassemble its hands. If I can figure out where this is supposed to go. Oh, I had this upside down. No wonder. So let me just quickly build this rifle. I'm pretty sure this thing can also wield other high-grade weapons, so I have like a Jester rifle just laying around. I can give it that if I wanted to. if I just cut it right, but I'm not gonna do that for now. Rifle is really easy to build. Like, really simple to build. You just throw in a couple parts here and there. It's like, what, 5 parts total, including the removable magazine? You just sandwich a few parts in, and you're basically done. Don't forget the barrel at the front. Right there. Sadly, you don't really get, like, any decent effects to go with it. But, again, you get the removable magazine. Which, you know, you just kinda shove in here. With an okay click as well, you know? Mag can be taken out relatively easily. I like it. You don't see many of these. But, best part is you can slide this thing into the Zowort's hands. Really easily. Joints don't seem too stiff, but, honestly, I'd be a bit careful with moving around the legs, especially the ankle armor. If you pinch too hard, it might break it. I've had experience with that before, with other kits with similar armor design. But, let's see, for the hands, what was I saying? You can equip the rifle really easily. So, you just kinda bend it there, and then the Zowort can just, hold it really nice. Actually, that holds in really well. Like, you don't even need to close it, and it just stays in there. But, you know, you just close it. There you go, you got a rifle for your Zowort. But, probably the best part is it can also access its sabers now, because I cut off that little piece right there, inside there. So the sabers can flip out and be reasonably accessed. Which the Zowort couldn't do before. But anyways, that's pretty much it. That's all, like, the little features, the little gimmicks of the Zowort. It doesn't seem that large for a high grade. Like, compared to my other high grades, I would say this is around the same size as some of my wing kits. Those wing kits are slightly smaller than the original Gundam. Like, just slightly. So this is definitely a slightly smaller suit. I'm expecting, I will be building a Victory Gundam in the future. A Victory 2 in the future, so, we'll see how large that one is in comparison, I guess. But, oh, shit. The ankle armor is definitely gonna be a problem. It falls off quite often, if you're not careful. But aside from that, I really like, the design, especially around the hips. I don't really like skirts too much, just because they tend to impede articulation. So I do like the minimalist hips on this thing. Yeah, aside from that, that's gonna be it for the Zowort and this build. It was relatively quick in my opinion. I don't think it took too long compared to my normal build streams, but yeah, thank y'all for coming. That was fun. Next week I'm gonna be playing some more Ace Combat. I've been grinding a bit offline, a small amount, for some money, so I can play some more jets. But yeah, aside from that, I didn't play the story at all, by the way. I'll just be playing some more Ace Combat next week. So until then, thank y'all for coming once again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.